For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. Also, I've got a new merchandise store, hats, hoodies and new tee designs, all available right now on the link in the description. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 22 of the third season here at Everton Football Club. As you can tell by the suit, it's cup final time. We have Brentford at Wembley Stadium in the final of the Football League Cup. We've played in the final once before in season number 1 and unfortunately were beaten convincingly by Arsenal. So it's another chance for us to try and win a trophy here at Everton before we end the series at the end of this season. We are still in the Europa League. We are still, obviously, in the Football League and we are top of the Premier League. Unfortunately, we are out of the FA Cup thanks to the hands of fellow Merseyside team Liverpool, but still the chance of a treble of sorts. So we will try our best to get the first of those trophies today. Drop the video a like if you enjoy, subscribe to the channel too if you haven't already, and make sure that you click that little bell notification symbol so you don't miss out on any videos. Let me know in the comment section down below, without cheating and going to the end as always, how do you think this game is going to go? Are we going to win in 90 minutes? Are we going to lose in 90 minutes? Will it go to extra time? Will it go to penalties? What is your score prediction for the upcoming game? As you can tell from the starting lineup and the fact that we played Bayern Munich just 3 days ago, I'm having to start a rotation side here because my first teamers are just not fit enough to be able to start a game of this magnitude right from the off. I could bring on players like Carrasco, Lukaku and Krychowiak halfway through the game, but obviously wanting to give a number of the players that have actually been heavily involved in getting us to this point the chance to continue to do well in the competition, because I have played the majority of these rotation players in this competition this season and we've done very well. So I'm going to go with Everton 2, Brentford 1 after 90 minutes as my score prediction, but I have absolutely no idea what's going to happen. We will just have to wait and see. We have an okay history in cup competition. We actually got knocked out very early on last year, but it's the second time in 3 seasons that we've reached the final. Hopefully this time we can go ahead and win it and get our first official silverware here at Everton. We've won a couple of pre-season tournaments, but this would be the first time we've won a bona fide trophy. So we will try our absolute best to do exactly that. Up we go. Good header by Hoffman, but who's going to get to that first? It's going to be Alan Judge. Here's Jota. It's a nice run, actually, and he's still going. Alfie Hill tackles, though. Got myself a little bit worried there with my inability to tackle him, but never mind. We've got the ball back. Mitchell will go inside first here to Kieran Dowell, who'll poke this through for Peñaranda, but it won't find him. We could still find Mitchell, but well cut out by Colin. End-to-end stuff in the opening few moments. I shouldn't have committed to that challenge, but Alfie Hill again in the way. Like we say, not sure how this game's going to go because of the rotation nature of the side, but this side have played very well so far to get us to the final, and it would have been harsh not to have included the majority of them in this this final game. Tyus Browning will look for, it was meant for Kieran Dowell, but Colin will cut that out. Trying my best to get a handle on things in the opening few moments, but seems to be changing hands possession-wise a little bit in the opening 10. Bertram with a tackle, Idrissa gets it quickly up to Dowell. Look there for Cox, waiting for a run on the outside of me, which Tyus Browning has provided. And he'll look there, looking for Dowell. We lead at Wembley after 14 minutes. Goes and celebrates in front of the Everton fans. That's the perfect start. Possession, as we saw with the first highlight, was kind of changing hands a little bit. No one really able to get a grip on the game to this point, but turned around the corner there and lovely little ball through. Gets away from the defender, and it's a sweet finish as well. Everton 1, Brentford 0. I don't want to count my chickens yet, though, because I think we went 1-0 up against Arsenal in the Football League Cup final previously in season number 1 and ended up losing there. So I don't want to take any risks, especially considering it's another team playing in red and white here in the shape of Brentford. So we'll just be pleased with the 1, and if we can extend it to 2 sooner rather than later, then that would kind of put my mind at ease. I'll have that, thank you. Holgate in there to Dowell. Around the corner looking for Tyus Browning. We'll play it over the top looking for Mitchell in behind. And he's found well. Peñaranda is there. And he's hopped over it. Why? Where's the ball going to drop? It's Barber that gets it away. I don't know what was going on there. Peñaranda hopped over it. The pass was intended for him to try and shoot and score us a second. Kieran Dowell is in the box looking for his second and our second. But Dean gets in a good tackle. And the advantage is played there. But they're not going to actually take the advantage because we've got the ball back here. Cox will turn. And there's Idrissa. I see Dowell there waiting. He just beats the defender to it. Back to Idrissa. Peñaranda's there. It's Tyus Browning. Get a spin in? No, but we have still kept possession. Half time only seconds away, and unfortunately my umpteenth attempted through ball doesn't find its way through. It's going to be a slim 1-0 margin of lead at half time, but we have by far been the dominant side. So I am... Wow. I didn't realise we'd only had the one shot in the entire half. It felt a lot more productive than that. Never mind, 55% possession to 45. Let's hope for more goal-mouth action in the second half rather than just some good possession play. Hoffman, nice tackle, forceful tackle from Mason Holgate. Dowell will poke that round the corner. Browning will go to Dowell again. I've got options here. Oh, it's a lovely tackle by Rico Henry though. Sums up the game to this point really. The opportunity for a good move, but not actually able to develop anything as we saw from the half-time stats. Jota here down the left-hand side of my defence, but we get the tackle in again and win possession back. If Peñaranda can make me a decent run here, we might be able to slot him through, and that's exactly what we'll try and do. Out into the wide channel. I'm just going to drive around the outside here, but it's not got the strength to hold off Barbe, unfortunately. Woods picks up the ball here. Brentford kind of held their own, really. They've not created anything, as we saw, but possession-wise, they've been okay. It's not like I've completely battered them and kept the ball away from them. They have had a decent amount of possession. They just haven't done anything with it as of yet. That's surely a foul there, ref. Nothing given. All right, fair enough. I might make a change around about the 65th minute mark. Maybe bring Ferreira Carrasco on just to add that extra little bit of electric pace to my forward play. Peñaranda's been uncharacteristically quiet so far in this game. He's normally a real goal threat for whichever opposition we're playing against, but he just hasn't found the right positions or the right efforts so far. That took a deflection, I think. It is going to be a corner. I just waited for confirmation in the commentary. Mitchell will stand the ball into the middle. Keeper's not come for it. Socrates is up. I think it was the defender. Well, it doesn't matter who it was that got the touch because Colin kept it in. Idris is going to try and close him down and get the ball off, but we can't. Brentford dealing with all of the pressure we've shown them so far very well, other than the one chance we had where we scored the goal.
What's coming up on EA Sports for you?
Actually returns into Jota. He's gone to try and place it. Lafont with a comfortable enough save, but I wasn't expecting him to shoot there, to be honest. I was expecting him to try and find a pass. It was a nice little 1-2 to get him in the first place. Oh, it's a poor pass from Cox, but he gets his second chance at it, thankfully. Dowell will go through that gap to Peñaranda. Just poke that back there, and Idrissa can skip away from the challenge and try and play Peñaranda through. I've just overhit that, unfortunately. Right then, let's make that change that we were saying we might do and bring on Carrasco. I'm also going to bring on Krychowiak for Idrissa Gana Gueye as well. A little bit more quality needed, perhaps, to see this game out, and hopefully those two changes will give us exactly that. It's Hoffman out to Sawyers. Roman Sawyers, a decent striker, but not causing me any problems there. Comfortably dealt with by the defenders. Now, I wonder whether I'm just trying to rush things going forward slightly too much. I'm playing a lot of quick first-time passes. Maybe I need to just be a little bit more patient, slow things down and find the right pass at the right time. As soon as I say that, we play a lovely ball through there to Kieran Dowell. Get it in here to Carrasco, get the early cross in. It's misplaced. It's a really poor cross from Yannick Ferreira Carrasco there, but Ryan Bertrand's going to win that back off Jota. There's only 15 minutes to go here. It's not been a humdinger of a final, but it might be the sort of game we needed just to ensure that we get victory. Brentford have not really created much, and I don't think they're going to cause me any problems between now and the end of the game. I was trying to get that round the corner to Kieran Dowell. I just couldn't quite do it. We win the ball back off here. Mason Holgate pushing a long way forward. They've gone for the big ball in behind. I think he was onside here. Nico Yanaris, and he was, but no, he wasn't. Krychowiak to Carrasco. Heavy touch, but keeps it under control in the end. Peñaranda will play that into Mason Holgate. Now, they haven't actually committed that many men forward with this move, but we found some space. Is that a pen? It is. Gets the turn in there, Mason Holgate. Stuck a leg in Rico Henry, and the referee just shrugs his shoulders and says, what else did you expect? Get the turn in. He went for the ball there. I think he kicked through Holgate's foot. The ball definitely moved, but I think it moved off of the foot of Holgate as Rico Henry kicked through him. So a penalty's given, and the chance to seal the game out. We'll just change the angle that I'm running at slightly, and we'll look to put it into the top left corner. Wasn't the very top left, but it is the back of the net. Everton 2, Brentford 0. In the 86th minute, we are going to win our first piece of silverware here at Everton in the Football League Cup final at Wembley in season number 3. Unless something incredible happens, we're guaranteed to pick that piece of silverware up now. Cross there to Carrasco. Players making moves in front of me, but Carrasco trying to just do it all solo, and he's done very well. Now we will go out wide into Krychowiak, and then maybe back to Carrasco, who could perhaps get around the outside the defence here, and to seal it with a third. Yes, Yannick Carrasco has made the difference coming off the bench. We're going to get all three. I was going to say we're going to get all 3 points for some reason there. We're going to get a 3-0 win, and we're going to take the trophy home with us. I thought Peñaranda was going to get in the way as well. Very good finish in the end. He came off the bench to do a very good job for us against Bayern Munich in the Europa League in the last episode. And he's come off the bench to seal things out for us here. It's going to be, the referee might not be long in blowing his final whistle, in fact. It's going to be a 3-0 win at Wembley in the Football League Cup final in season number 3. We're going to lift our first piece of silverware. It's been a long time coming, but in this 3rd season, we made a number of big changes to the squad. Some very, very high-rated new signings, including Rafinha and Grzegorz Krychowiak. Sergio Ramos came in as well. We've also brought in a number of other players throughout the course of this save so far to get us to the point where we're now challenging on all fronts. I was particularly disappointed to go out of the FA Cup to Liverpool, not only because it was to Liverpool, but because I wanted to win all 4 trophies this year. We've now won 1. We're top of the Premier League as we head towards the final 10 or so games of the season, and we're in the round of 16 of the Europa League, about to face Tottenham in that competition as well, a side that we have beaten this year in the Premier League, and I'd be pretty confident of beating again to get through to the quarterfinals of European competition as well. I couldn't be happier. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel too if you haven't to this point, and Socrates is the man that lifts the trophy. The rotation side got us to the final. It's only fair that they got the chance to try and win the trophy for themselves, and that's exactly what they've done here at Wembley Stadium. It was a slim margin of victory. Wasn't the most entertaining of games, but it was an effective game. We were very, very good in the end at just keeping them out and catching them on the counter-attack a couple of times at the end to seal the game out. 3-0 flattered us, really. We deserved the victory, but I think 3-0 was a little bit harsh on Brentford because they were pretty solid defensively in that first half. But unfortunately for them, it's a heavy defeat. And fortunately for us, the players are going to get to dance around in front of the fans with that trophy, and we have our first piece of silverware. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.